How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Track Stories. Hope you enjoyed the episode about Pinocchio. Today we are talking about the track Crooked Grin. And for some of you, I don't know how many of you out there will remember this show. There was a show called Sherlock that was on BBC and PBS quite a few years back now. Would have been the, 2014, 15, 16 era and everything. But for Jeff and I, we were both huge fans of this show and the take that they had on Sherlock and the modern twist and everything like that they had with it. So we really were very motivated to try to get some type of a vocal approach and lyrics, more lyrics than I think even approach initially, that kind of encapsulated the feeling and the vibe that new Sherlock was kind of portraying. And so when we were working on stuff, we came up with a couple different riffs towards Crooked Grin, and we both agreed it had a very ominous, creepy, unsettling vibe to it, the way that the music was starting to kind of show itself. And so we kind of just leaned into it, and we were like, okay, it's going to be heavy, but it's going to be heavy not just in a sonic way, but in kind of an emotional way. We wanted to leave the listener a little uneased with the way the music was presenting itself. And after that had already kind of gotten completely figured out, we then looked at Bob and we were like, okay, if ever a track that we've written as far as we're concerned that steers towards the dark, ominous aspects of the new Sherlock, it's this one right now. And so we, at first, like I said, we were just more coming from a lyric standpoint of trying to encapsulate that vibe. And then the more and more we were poking at it, we were like, oh, well, maybe we can throw this mannerism in, or kind of this tension in and everything. And so we walked in with a little bit of an idea of kind of different approaches that Bob could take with his vocal ideas in the studio. But once we got there and we shared everything over to Putt of what we were ultimately trying to accomplish with this, he was like, okay, I got this idea that we can do as a background thing for, a little bit of a alternate personality type voice in the back of your head. And then we can kind of have this one doing this and this, and then the production ideas just started flowing out of all of us. We're like, okay, we can throw this idea in and add it to this idea and everything. And it just morphed into a very theatrically felt and themed song at the same time, not in a musical type way. We were trying to make sure that it didn't go all the way that direction, that it was not the theater kid type direction to that level. We wanted it to still be an accessible track for all of our average listeners and everything like that. And we didn't want to alienate anybody by going too far that way. But we still wanted to very much encapsulate the theatrical nature that we were hoping to convey from that show that was inspiring so many attributes of this song. So I think we actually really pulled it off really well. It's one of those really eerie songs where if you sit down and you kind of have a background knowledge of what really inspired the track for us, I think you'll be able to appreciate and kind of get almost a little creeped out yourself now if you take this information, go spin the track, and kind of understand what the motivation for everything we did on it was. So hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you in the next one.